Hi folks, Max from HTC1root.com. Today I'm going to show you how to root your HTC One. It can be any of your AT&T, T-Mobile, or if you have international or Sprint, any of the HTC One. I'm going to show you how to do it using Linux or Ubuntu, Ubuntu Linux. So let's go ahead and do this. If you need Windows, go to my site. I have Windows full step-by-step tutorial for Windows, and also for Mac, it's also on my site. Just check out my site. And this method will basically allow you to back up your apps and restore them, where a standard unlocking bootloader method will make you lose everything. So this is a great method if you already have a lot of apps and you want to root your phone. And before we begin, go ahead and copy everything in your internal storage, connect it as a disk drive to your computer, and copy over the whole contents to your hard drive, because when we unlock the bootloader, it's going to wipe out everything in your HTC One. So if you don't want to lose your photos of your daughter, mother, grandmother, whatever, go ahead and copy all of that, and you can recopy it back into your phone after unlocking bootloader and rooting your phone. So let's go ahead and do this. The first thing we're going to do is back up all of your stuff. So I assume you've already backed up everything in your internal storage to your hard disk. Now next we're going to actually back up the apps on your phone, so that way you don't have to reinstall them. You won't lose your level 5 or whatever on Angry Birds and stuff like that. So first thing we'll need to do is go to developer options and settings, and make sure developer options is turned on, and make sure USB debugging is turned on. And go ahead and connect it to your computer via micro USB cable. Alright, and let's go to our computer. Alright, next you'll need to download HTC One root.zip. If you download it, unzip it to a directory called HTC One root under your downloads folder. And you'll get everything you need here. So once you've done that, go ahead and open up a new terminal. You can type, for Ubuntu, you can type terminal, and you'll be able to find the app there. And go ahead and, we're in terminal. Go ahead and type cd space downloads, hit enter, and type cd space HTC One root, and hit enter, and type chmod space stars 755 star. What this will do is make all the files so they can be executable and you won't have a problem with it. Next we're going to go ahead and type /adb-linux space backup space minus apk space minus all space -f space backup.ab. This will back up all of your apps, current apps that you're running on your phone, so we can restore them, and this doesn't require root. And you can also do this on any Android device running Jelly Bean. Go ahead and do that and hit enter, and it says now unlock your device and confirm your backup operation. So go ahead and go ahead and hit backup data. Yeah. There we go. Try that again. Let me try that again because I was on restoring mode or something. Go ahead and try it again. And now it should pop up, say back up my data. All right. And let it back up your data. This should take anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes or longer, depending on how many apps you have. This will back up all of your apps with settings. It's kind of like running Titanium Backup app, but that app requires root, so we can't use that. So we're using ADB Backup, which is a great way. And I'll be back when this is done. Alright, once that is done, let's go ahead and unlock our bootloader. Next, let's go ahead and go into settings and make sure fastboot is turned off. I'll go to power and make sure fastboot is turned off. If we don't do this, we'll not be able to boot into the bootloader. So go ahead and turn off your phone. Alright, and when your phone is completely turned off, go ahead and hold down the volume down. Alright, hold down the volume down and the power buttons together for about 3 seconds. There we go, until you see this screen. Go ahead and choose fastboot and choose the power button. Go ahead and connect it back to your computer. Alright, let's go to our computer. All right, next we're going to go ahead and type sudo space /fastboot -linux space OEM space get underscore identifier underscore token. Exactly like that, or you can also copy and paste from my site and go ahead and hit enter. All right, and this will give you the token you need to go to htcdev.com to get your unlock token. So go ahead and select from the, it won't let you select. You might have to select everything here. Go ahead and select it and copy. Oh, sorry. Starting from the identifier token start to identifier token end. And go ahead and right click and copy. And go to htcdev.com. And we're going to go ahead and walk you through this. So I'm going to go ahead and go to htcdev.com. And go ahead and sign in. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in. If you don't have an account yet, go ahead and register. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in. All right, and then next what you're going to do, we're going to skip through all of this. Click on Unlock Bootloader down here. Unlock Bootloader. Hit Get Started. All right, and select your device and select all the way at the bottom. There's all other supported models. Just choose that. You don't have to actually choose HTC One. And choose Begin Unlock Bootloader. Say yes. And go ahead and click on both of the check marks. Proceed to unlock instructions. Scroll all the way to the bottom. We actually did all of this. And click on Proceed to Step 5. Go all the way to the bottom. And go to Proceed to Step 8. Go all the way to the bottom. And do a right click paste. Alright. Now you have these info, the first 4 letters. You have to get rid of these. So go ahead and get rid of them. And if you don't get rid of them, it will not go through. That's just from standard Linux. If you don't get those, then you just need to paste the correct number of stuff there. So I'm just going to get rid of all this info. Or you can use a text editor also and just get the info out of there. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and hit submit. And token submitted successfully. If you get an error or something, go ahead and retry to recopy it. What you're supposed to do is only copy just where the arrow is, and also, yep. So it's just kind of copying everything. So let me go ahead and check my email real quick. All right, if you go to your email, you should have email from htcdev.com or unlock bootloader htc.com. Go ahead and download this file, and then we're going to go ahead and click on Show in Folder. All right, and then we're gonna copy that file. Where is it? Unlockcode.bin. That one right there. Right there. Do a right-click copy, and go to your HTC One folder. HTC One root folder, and do right-click paste, and you should now have that file in that folder. And we'll do the last step here, which will unlock our bootloader. So go back to the command prompt and type sudo space /fastboot -linux space unlock token space UNLUCK underscore code.bin. Exactly like that, and hit enter, and this will unlock your bootloader. Oops. Let me see. Unlock token. Oh, sorry. You know what? I think I missed something. Oh, fastboot -linux space flash space unlock token. Exactly like that. Sorry, made a mistake there. And hit enter, and choose yes, and hit the power button. Hit the power button, and it should take about a couple seconds. And unlocking your bootloader complete wipes out everything on your phone. And your phone will eventually reboot into a state, it's going to ask you for everything again. So go ahead and sign in, and after your phone reboots, and we'll go from there. All right, next go ahead and go to the HTC One root folder and copy the CWM super SU blah blah.zip. Go ahead and copy, and go ahead and copy it into your HTC One. This is my Android phone. If you have a hard time connecting, just unplug and plug your phone back in. It should work fine. And then I've got the CWM blah blah.zip copied over, which will actually root our device. So let's go back to our phone now. All right, next we're going to go ahead and turn off our phone, and also go back to settings and go back to power, and make sure fastboot is turned off again because your phone reset it. And we're going to boot into fastboot. Go ahead and power off your phone. We're going to go ahead and next install twrp recovery for your HTC One, and then we're going to go into recovery and install the CWM super SU blah blah.zip, which will give you root. So once your phone is turned off, go ahead and hold down the volume down and then the power button, and give it like 3 seconds, and your phone should be in that mode there. Go ahead and hit the power button again to get into fastboot, connect it to your computer via USB cable. And let's go to our computer real quick. Next, go ahead and type sudo space /fastboot -linux space flash space recovery space. Go back to the folder and find the recovery you're going to flash. If you're going to flash the, if you have an AT&T T-Mobile, or if you have an international unlocked, if you have an M7 model, use that file name. Otherwise, if you have a Sprint version, use that file name. So I'm going to go ahead and type that file name. I'm going to go ahead and type open. You can actually type the first 4 letters and hit the tab button, and you'll see that I've got the M7. That's for my phone, which is unlocked. If you have the other one, you can try the M7WLS. So I'm going to type .img there. All right, that's for my twrp recovery for my HTC One. Go ahead and click enter, and this will flash the twrp recovery. And next we'll have to do this. Type sudo space /fastboot -linux space erase space cache. You have to do this, otherwise your twrp recovery might not boot. So go ahead and do that, and we're done here. Let's go back to our phone. Next, we're going to go ahead and hit the power button to get into the bootloader menus. Select recovery and hit the power button, and this will enter you into recovery, twrp recovery. And there we go. Once in twrp recovery, we're going to go ahead and choose install, and go find that CWM super SU blah blah.zip file here. Click on it. Oops. Click on it. Make sure it's the file name CWM blah blah.zip. I'm going to confirm the flash. This will actually give you root. And go back home and reboot now. Now I highly suggest you make a backup ROM. So go ahead and hit backup and swipe to backup. Backup your boot data system at least once. Do this before you reboot. This will make sure you have at least one stock ROM backup. So I'm going to go ahead and reboot here. And that's pretty much it. That will give you root. That'll give you twrp recovery. You can now run rooted apps. Also, you can now install backup, restore ROMs, custom ROMs if you want to install custom ROMs, if you want to install AOKP, AOSP. And for those of you who don't know what AOSP is, go Google what is AOSP. This is pretty much a sense ROM, the stock ROM. So there's 2 types of different ROMs. Sense ROM, Sense custom ROMs, and AOSP custom ROMs. If you don't like Sense, you can go complete AOSP. Let's go ahead and restore all of your apps. If you don't want to do that, then you can skip this step and start over, I guess. Go ahead and go back to settings and make sure USB debugging is checked on under developer options like we did earlier. Make sure it's on, and also USB debugging is checked on. And then connect it to your computer. Let's go back to our computer. All right, we're going to go ahead and type /adb-linux space restore space backup.ab. All right. And go ahead and unlock your device and choose restore my data, and this will restore your phone. Hi folks, so when that is done, we're pretty much done. Let's go back to our phone. All right, so let's first check for root here. Let's see if we have root. And you should have now Super SU app. That does give you root. Now you can run rooted apps. And also, let me go ahead and check if I have all my apps. There you go. So I've got my Facebook, Twitter, Gmail. And let me see if my Angry Birds is on the same level that I was in. Let me see. I was on level 3. And how do I get out of there? Oops. There we go. So I was on level 3. So it keeps all of your data. For Gmail, you might have to re-sign in. For Facebook, you might have to re-sign in. Twitter, some of those things that require logins, then you might have to re-sign in. But you'll keep data for all of your apps, games, other apps that keep data. And that's pretty much it. And you should have a fully rooted HTC One. And as always, if you have an HTC One, any of the HTC Ones, don't forget to sign up for my email list at htc1root.com. We update you once a week with ROM of the Week, tips, hacks, and more. And also, if you're on YouTube, please hit that like button for me here, subscribe button down there, and I'll see you guys soon. Have fun rooting your HTC One.